Today, we're diving into 5 emotional and complicated stories that deal with love, trust, and boundaries. First, a young man wonders if he should confess his feelings to a girl who's still healing. Next, a family suspects their daughter's teacher might be crossing inappropriate lines. Then, a woman faces mixed emotions when her ex reaches out after 3 years. We also hear from a concerned neighbor worried about a possibly deported friend's car being towed. Finally, a woman shares her fear and confusion as her ex's new wife starts sending her creepy messages. Post 1. I can't stop thinking about her. Should I tell her how I feel? I, 22M, met a girl, 25F, in a hiking group. We chatted a few times and exchanged info, but never texted. I was out of town for a month visiting family when, out of the blue, she texted me warmly, asking how I was doing and saying she hoped to see me soon. That led to 2-1-1 evening drinks. After the second, I asked her out for dinner. She asked if it was a date. I said yes, but no pressure. She responded, I really appreciate that, but I'm emotionally chaotic ATM. If I went on a date now, it would be for the wrong reasons. Please let me know if you still want to hang out. I enjoy your company a lot and find you really inspiring. I promise I won't be awkward, just a little. For context, she vaguely mentioned a rough breakup. She told me she cries a lot. I said no worries and went silent for a week. Then I invited her to a nighttime dog walk in the woods. That night, she brought me pastries. We sat on a hill overlooking the city. Later, she texted, I'm really glad you reached out. Since then, we've hung out one-on-one around 8 times. She initiates most of them. Light flirting, teasing, we have chemistry. We share a playlist. She once invited me to IKEA. I joked I was nervous. She asked, because of the tables or me? We left the hiking group together once and she never returned. We've never kissed, but we have light physical contact. Once I touched her earring jokingly and she didn't pull away. I've slow faded twice. Both times she reached out. I still like her. I don't want to pressure her, but I want her to know where I stand. Should I say something or just let things keep flowing? That's the end of the first story, and what I think is, it's okay to want clarity when emotions are involved. If she's still healing, that's valid, but so is your desire for honesty. Express your feelings gently and give her space to meet you there or not. Post 2. Is my sister's teacher a creep? So basically, she told us that he was searching up information about our family and where we live, which honestly sounds like an invasion of our privacy. I thought it was weird, but she doesn't. He also keeps calling her fatherless and always asks if she respects her dad or lives with him. It honestly sounds so freaky. I'm not going into too much detail, but the way she described it gave me chills. I had a discussion with my dad about it, and he said it sounds like the teacher has a crush on her or something. Should we report this to the school, or do we just leave it be? That's the end of the second story, and what I think is, when a teacher crosses personal boundaries, it's a red flag, even if the student doesn't realize it. Report it. It's better to raise concerns early than to stay silent and risk something worse happening later. Post 3. My ex reaches out after 3 years. We were together for 11. My ex and I ended on very sudden and very bad terms. Long story short, I caught him cheating and he immediately packed up and left to go be with this girl. We dated from 14-25. I know very long for being so very young, and I realized that was maybe part of the problem. But since he left so suddenly, it's been a difficult 3 years. I still thought about him every single day, even when I told myself I should hate him and never look back. I always hoped he would reach out. Well, he lived his life for 3 years, no contact. And then out of nowhere, I get a text from him. Just a message of our song we used to listen to while teenagers. I was shocked. And then I get a phone call. I thought to myself to let it ring, but at the last second I picked up. It was him crying, apologizing. I cried too, so many feelings. The first year I was so mad at him, then the madness turned to sadness, and then I just missed the connection we had. He said he didn't know why he did what he did, that we had no problems, and honestly, we didn't. We ended the phone call, and that was pretty much it. Nothing about getting back together. I don't think I could even if I tried. It felt like a closing chapter, and I think I needed that, but I still love him. Has anyone been through this? What did you do when an ex came back to apologize? That's the end of the third story, and what I think is, closure doesn't always come with revenge or forgetting. Sometimes it's a voice from the past, apologizing too late. You don't owe them another chance, just peace for yourself. Post 4. I think my neighbor was deported and now his car is about to be towed. I had a neighbor for a long time. He was foreign, but not that I cared. Very nice, minded his own, no issues at all. I could never figure out his accent, but I know it wasn't French or German. I'm thinking possibly Polish. I haven't seen him in a while, and now his car has been tagged to be towed. It's not a cheap car. He has a really nice Subaru. I'm worried something happened to him, and now he's about to lose his car at the apartment complex. Does anybody have advice here? Please and thank you. That's the end of the fourth story, and what I think is, sometimes small actions can preserve someone's dignity. Try contacting your building manager or local authorities to see if they can pause the tow. Compassion matters, especially when someone might not be able to speak for themselves. Post 5. His new wife is sending me things in the mail. IF24 dated a guy M29 for a couple of years. He recently got married to a girl F21, and she has been doing some weird things in the past few months. After receiving messages on Instagram from burner accounts, which I found out to be her, to reaching out and getting information about my ex, and then going through his phone to get my number to text me, I've been creeped out. Now all of a sudden I've been sent a few letters with glitter inside. No return address, but the postmark is from their town. I don't really know what to do about this. I'm not looking to get her in trouble if she could even get in legal trouble. I'm not sure if I should tell my ex that she's doing this. If you were my ex, would you want to know? I honestly just want to be left alone, no more glitter, no more burners. Do you think this is a good foundation for a marriage? That's the end of the 5th story, and what I think is, jealousy, secrecy, and stalking aren't quirks, they're warnings. Let your ex know what's happening for your peace and his clarity. You don't owe them anything, but you do deserve to feel safe and left alone.